Hello, students, YouTube, and the world. This is Ray Lopez. Today we're going to be talking about the color wheel and how we see. Here is a diagram of the human eye. We have the cornea is the contact lens that protects your eye. It sits just outside of the eyeball. The pupil is the window into your eye. I'll talk a little bit more about the pupil later. Here's the iris, which is usually the color of your eye. The retina is the surface of the back wall of your eye, and the optic nerve is what sends the signals to your brain. It's a nerve and it's optical. I'm about to blow your mind. Your pupil is a hole. That little black dot in your eye, the muscle that flexes around it, the muscle actually leaves a hole. That is why it's so dark. Because it's a hole. Your retina is always taking pictures and sending those signals to your brain. That's how you see. But because of the way the pupil, interprets the image that you're seeing, you're actually seeing the world upside down. Your brain flips it for you. Have you ever wondered what the resolution in pixels of the human eye is? A really good camera nowadays sits around 16, 18 megapixels. The human eye can take a picture worth 256 megapixels. That's how much information the human eye can see just using the cornea, your pupil, the iris, and your retina, all taking that information to your optic nerve. I'm going to give you a second to think about that. So, on the wall of the retina are these tiny little cells called cones and rods, probably because they look like cones and rods, okay? Cones and rods are what see the color in the world around you. There's only 3 cell color receptors in your retina: red, green, and blue. Have you ever taken a picture of someone and the flash goes off and you see the red eye in the photo? That's actually your retina being hit by the light, bouncing right back into the lens of the camera. You have more red cones in the retina, in the back of your eye, than the other 2 colors, which are green and blue. That's why we have red eye when the flash goes off in a picture sometimes. Some people have a 4th cone of color in their eye. They can see more colors than the average person. This is called Tetra Tetra chromatic syndrome. They actually have orange cones as well as red, green, and blue cones in the back of their eye. On to color. At some point you probably learned the primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. The traditional color wheel is also known as Roy G. Biv. The eye, of course, is indigo, which used to be a very, very common, important color because it was so readily available because of the indigo plants. You also learned the secondary colors are green, orange, and purple, or violet. Purple and violet are the same color, guys. Sorry. This traditional color wheel is a little bit limiting, if you ask me. 6 colors, right? 3 primaries, 3 secondaries, and then 6 more intermediate colors gives you 12 colors to work with, right? The whole idea of a primary color is that you can use any combination of 2 of those primaries in different amounts will get you the rest of the colors. Primary colors cannot be mixed and made with other colors. That's why they're primary. However, you can make blue with a combination of other colors. You can make red with other combinations of color. I'm going to give you a second to think about that. So I am here to propose that we take the traditional color wheel and we add color wheel 2.0. If you look carefully at this color wheel, it has the 12 colors that I just talked about, but it also has magenta and cyan. Okay? So cyan, magenta, and yellow are the colors inside of your color printer. I'm going to give you a second to think about that. So cyan, magenta, and yellow plus black and the white of the paper are how a printer can transcribe literally millions of colors. Okay? So it has cyan, magenta, yellow, black ink, and the white of the paper. That's only 5 colors to make millions of colors. Okay? This gives you a bigger range of colors that you cannot get unless you start with cyan, magenta, and yellow. So that about wraps up my color wheel talk. Thank you so much for watching. Lopez out. Lopez out. Hello, students, YouTube, and the world. This is artist, designer, and teacher. Wait, I have something in my eye. Ooh, woo!